How old are you? 25, 35, 50, or older? If you have pain, we can help. Do your knees hurt?
Ow.
Let me ask you again. Are your knees killing you?
Oh, yeah. Are they ever?
What about your back? When you bend over, does it feel like this? How about when you get out of bed in the morning? If you're like me, your knees and back feel like this.
Oh, that hurts.
I found a company called the Pain Relief Hotline. They specialize in ways to treat your knee, back, and neck pain without surgery or taking medications. The good news is if you have insurance, you may have little or no cost or out-of-pocket expense. I've used them. It works. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now for free information. 800-309-2677. 800-309-2677. Call now. 800-309-2677. That's 800-309-2677.
Hi, this is Bill Martinez. Join us every Monday through Friday from 9 to noon Eastern when we're covering the issues that matter most to you. From Obamacare, the latest from Russia, the Middle East, Israel, immigration, and more. We're talking with the policy and political experts so you can be better informed. It's Bill Martinez Live, brought to you in part by my friends at Good News Tax Relief. Let them help you get your peace of mind back by dealing with the IRS for you. Proven experience, proven results. Call 800-255.
Welcome to the Sports Lounge. I am Michael Horn, glad to be with you here every week at this time. We delve into the world of sports. It's not me. The star of our program is a man we call Sultan. The Sultan of safeties. He had 2 safeties in one football game in the same quarter. I'm talking about the acting legend, the football great, Mr. Fred Dreyer.
Thanks so very much. It's Mike, isn't it?
Yeah, my name is Mike.
And
I'm with you every week.
It's great
remember?
to be with you.
You see the
I
shirt
know I'm
right?
here.
It says Mike.
I know I'm here with somebody. I just don't know who it is.
It's Mike. Mike.
So it's Mike this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glad to be with you, Mr. Dreyer.
Yes. So I'm here. Thank you. So I'm here.
Mr. Dreyer just been handed a Tootsie Roll.
The extra long one.
Yeah. You're a Tootsie Roll.
You know, for my birthday, as many of you know, it was last week, and I got a lot of very nice well wishes and gifts, and I did not get the Corvette Stingray. I was hoping for it, but I didn't get it. Maybe next year, for my 72nd birthday, I can get that Corvette, the silver one with the black wheels. Anyway, but they gave me a stack of Tootsie Rolls, and they gave me the extra long ones, which I really like. Yeah.
Now, if you want the Corvette, you should play in the All-Star game, which we'll talk about later in the show next year.
The baseball All-Star game?
The crummy-looking truck with no bed to it, or you could pick the blue Corvette. What would you have picked, the truck or the Corvette, if you were the champion player of the game?
Oh, the Corvette.
I knew you would have. You're a Corvette kind of guy.
You got to speed around.
Now, on our website, we should mention, too, that our producer, Tyler Roop, he's got everybody going crazy here. You know that catch in 1954? You, Mr. Birthday Boy, would remember the 54 World Series with the Giants and the Indians, and Willie Mays turning his back to home plate, running at full speed, diving and catching the ball. Do you consider that one of the greatest catches of all time?
It certainly is one of them.
Tyler Roop has come up with 9 other catches that he says are better.
9 other
than that catch. Better. 9 other ones.
Well, let's have it.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, he's got, Mike Trout going against the wall. He's got, he didn't even include Derek Jeter diving into the stands because he said Derek Jeter faked it. He caught the ball first and then dove in, and that's not fair. You got to be diving in.
Momentum took him in there. I saw that catch, by the way.
See, that's what I'm saying. So there's a lot of controversy here on this. That's not even on the top 9 list. Look,
how long has baseball been around? 1880? It's been probably recorded on film since 1908.
1908, we started filming on the old baseball.
So how many catches can we actually talk about here?
9 billion. No, there's got to be a lot of good catches there, but you can go to our website, crntalk.com, click on the homepage, and make yourself known. It's on social media. It's on Twitter. It's all over. And, Fred, I want to see you make the pick. I think the Jim Edmonds catch when he was on the Angels, again, turning his back to home plate, diving and catching the ball.
That was a good one.
Yeah, but see, the thing
It wasn't in the World Series.
That's right. It's where the catch was made that changed things around. That was game one, but it set the stage for the Giants to sweep, if my memory serves me
Cleveland
right,
Indians.
the Cleveland Indians.
Wasn't that Vic Wertz who hit the ball?
It could have been Vic.
I believe it was.
See, you would know that. Look at that. Look at you. You're proud of yourself. You got that little smug little grin going on.
Well, there's
there.
certain things you know, certain things you don't know. This is one of the things you do know.
That's good. We're in session here in the Sports Lounge, so buckle up, settle back, grab a Tootsie Roll, maybe a cup of Java, and get ready to talk some sports. Lots coming up. We'll look at the All-Star game. Apparently, we got some baseball players going bankrupt. We'll talk about that. O.J. Simpson might be getting out.
And the Mayweather fight, we got to talk about that.
Oh, the Mayweather fight? Yeah, talk about that as well, too. Plus, Fred's new Corvette that he might win at the All-Star game next year. All this and more in the Sports Lounge.
$1.99, $1.99.
Penny here is trying to see how many ways she can say $1.99.
$199, 10 times 9 plus.
Thankfully, there's only one way to say delicious deal. And that's Long John Silver's one-piece fish and fries for only $1.99. Come to Long John Silver's today for our delicious 100% Alaskan whitefish, hand-dipped, cooked to golden perfection, and served with natural cut fries, all for only a little help here, Penny?
$1.99. Wow, $1.99?
Yes, Penny. Wow. Because at Long John Silver's, you deserve more.
Staples knows that when the leave-behinds for your sales call get left behind at your office, it's time. When you need to print 30 pages and you're 300 miles from the office, it's time. And when the intern packed the Harrington file, not the Farrington file.
Oh, my bad.
It's definitely time. And it's times like these when you can count on Staples. Access your files from email, the cloud, or USB, and then print, copy, fax, or scan them, and get back to business fast. Visit your nearby Staples. It's pro time.
Welcome back to Life with Fred. Today we join Fred at his home. It doesn't sound like one of those sitcoms or something. You come back. Welcome to Taxi. Welcome back here. Hi, I'm Michael Horn, the star of our show, the one and only Mr. Fred Dreyer.
Hey, listen, thanks everybody for tuning in. We always look forward to being with you. We have a lot of things to talk about. Not a lot of this stuff is comparatively important, but it's what's going on today in sports. But there are some things that lead us into a conversation which I'd like to have with you. One of these things is right here off the top, and I'll take them as I see them. Floyd Mayweather and McGregor fights, pay-per-view price has fans angry.
Why?
Because it's too expensive, and most people know that this fight is there's a couple things here. There's a conversation that is kind of like bubbling under, that's kind of it's seeping into the mainstream, and it's starting to come out with this matchup of Floyd, the great boxer, against a mixed martial artist in McGregor.
Conor McGregor,
and there's it also kind of cuts right directly on the grain of many people thinking that traditional boxing could very well be on the wane.
They've been saying that for some time now, Fred Dreyer.
Well, they have, and this fight represents a couple of conversations that could be had. Let's just say this: Floyd represents traditional boxing.
Right.
This is a boxing match, not an MMA match. McGregor is the underdog. And McGregor is also going to make some money off of this fight. But this fight is really under the heading, let's help Floyd make some more money. Because this thing is a mismatch, and you never can tell what's going to happen. But I do think that if Floyd wins, he has to win convincingly to kind of beat down and push back this surge of opinions that regular boxing is being overwhelmed by the MMA.
He's the hope to get it going, right? And it's like the August 26th, his bout is in Las Vegas. It's been set at $89.95, cost $10 more than the high definition broadcast. And so the UFC has their pay-per-view. So you're saying UFC may be overshadowing traditional boxing.
Well, this demographic that's in America today, where this conversation started 15 years ago when MMA started to bubble up, is also now full and frontal nudity with the truth that you've got regular boxing starting to lose its stars. And the real stars are in MMA. And the demographic is with people who, the young people, the people who are like 30 and younger are MMA people. And so, and of course, there's always a market for great fighters, regardless if you're MMA or regular boxing. But this one is you've got Floyd, who is probably going to win the fight. Then you can go with inside this conversation and ask how you're going to handicap the game, and that would be is Floyd is going to bring this guy and allow him to flail and as is the history of Floyd, miss. I don't think that McGregor is going to be able to kick him. He can't kick him. He can only box him. So he's going to have to try to hit Floyd. Well, no great boxers have ever hit Floyd.
Right.
He's never really been hurt.
Right.
So why would you think that McGregor, who is primarily an MMA fighter, not a boxer, is going to be able to land any type of punch unless it's at one of these circus haymakers that lands and these type of things, which would allow people to start screaming that the fight is fixed, which I would be one of. But I would be shocked if McGregor beats this guy or even touches him. So Floyd's going to get $700 million, $1 billion for this, and McGregor's going to get what's going to get to $8 million, $10 million. There's not much. Once the fight starts, it's going to be routine, and Floyd should win, and then they'll both hug.
But Floyd hasn't fought since Manny Pacquiao in 2015, and Pacquiao had a tough time against my family member Jeff Horn. And I think if they put Jeff Horn, now that he's won, up against Mayweather, that might be a pretty good fight. Get the great white Jeff Horn, the great Australian hope.
I wasn't sold on Horn. I think that fight was more about Pacquiao being finished than it was Horn being great.
Horn was fabulous.
Okay.
We had Horn go in there. Here's what I would also do. I think to really raise the money on the pay-per-view, what if you had Floyd Mayweather go up against like Chuck Schumer?
I'd like to see Chuck Schumer.
Yeah. Against whom?
I'd like to see Chuck Schumer fight Laura Ingraham.
That would be a good pay-per-view event.
That's mixed,
my money goes on
mixed
Laura
media
Ingraham.
arts.
I'd go on Laura Ingraham. It'd be great. That'd be a good deal. So anyway, this fight is a Mayweather fight. You say he's going to walk away with it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, come on. He's going to win the fight. He's going to win a lot of money. And is he going to carry McGregor? Is he going to knock him out? I don't think Floyd's going to knock him out, so therefore he's probably going to carry this thing, for the 12 rounds it's going to go, and he's going to win overwhelmingly, unanimous decision, and he might even cut him up a little bit, pound him around a little bit for having the audacity to think that an MMA guy could come into the ring and fight a great fighter.
That too. You would, wouldn't you? You would say the audacity of you coming into this boxing ring.
Exactly.
You would want exactly. I can see it in your face.
That's right. When he goes to cash that $10 million check, he'll be standing behind me cashing a $200 million check.
It's like the wrong guy walk on the football field when you're playing. They'll be sorry they got on that field, right?
Well, it just comes down to how are you going to handicap what is clearly, I think, going to be the storyline of the fight. So
what about the Olympics? The big story is Los Angeles may get the Olympics, but they don't know if it's going to be 2024 or 2028. Are you excited about that? Were you here for the 84
I'm going to tell
Olympics?
you something. I was here for the 84 Olympics.
Yeah.
And it was a wonderful time for me. My daughter was born, and I did the pilot of Hunter in 1984.
Well, that was a big year.
And it was exciting because the city was bubbling. I had a show that I was shooting a pilot. That's all I knew.
Traffic was light.
And my
remember?
daughter was born at Cedars-Sinai Hospital, and all I heard was how wonderful this traffic situation was going to be because they figured it out. Remember what I told you?
Tell everybody.
Well, Peter Ubroff and all the guys who was the head of the Olympic Committee.
Yep.
He came in here and just said we're going to do a deal with all the trucking unions and all the truck companies, and we're going to relegate them to only being in L.A. for these 14, 16 days at a certain time of the day and the evening.
They drove overnight.
And he did that.
It was fabulous.
And there was nobody here in town.
Get the truckers off the road, but the Teamsters wouldn't do that when they came back.
Well, when it was all over, they said, this is a good idea. Let's make that permanent. They said, no way.
Teamsters walked out on it, and the traffic has been the worst ever. But the Teamsters truck drivers, they should have the roads from 10, 11 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. Then get off the road. Horn is out driving. I got to have some space.
This report is brought to you by Kellogg Company. How do you create 3 billion better days for people around the world? For Kellogg Company, that means fighting hunger and feeding potential each and every day. Chris Charles, Senior Vice President, Kellogg Company.
We share people's passion about where their food comes from, the people who grow and make it, and that there is enough food for everyone. Through our Breakfast for Better Days purpose platform, we're fighting hunger and at the same time partnering with farmers and others who are helping create solutions to these challenges for generations to come. As a global food company, we're committed to doing our part to help feed a growing population with increasingly limited natural resources.
Beyond providing food to food banks and other organizations, Kellogg is also supporting the livelihoods of farmers in communities where their ingredients are grown and helping them to improve their yields through climate-smart agriculture practices and reduce food waste. For more information, visit kelloggcompany.com.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com, 310-873-4422.
Hey Lorraine, do you realize that your mother, my mother-in-law, Chef Maria, has been serving Las Vegas since 1949?
Yes, I do, Dennis. That's when she first met Howard Hughes, who fell in love with her cooking.
And in 1955, she opened her first restaurant on Fremont Street.
Yes, dear. And another great customer was Liberace.
Wow. Then in 1962, while Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack were causing global excitement on the Las Vegas Strip, your family opened their second restaurant.
And in 1972, Elvis Presley began electrifying Las Vegas audiences and eating in our restaurant.
You know, Lorraine, this is quite a town. There's only one Las Vegas.
And there's only one Bootlegger Italian Bistro.
Folks, when you're in Las Vegas, come visit us. We'll make you feel like you're part of our family.
The Bootlegger Italian Bistro, conveniently located at 7700 Las Vegas Boulevard, South Strip. Visit our website at www.bootleggerlasvegas.com.
Bet they let you smoke cigars at the Bootlegger. Welcome back here to the Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn. Gentleman there is Fred Dreyer, the all-pro defensive end, the acting legend, And we just had the All-Star game here recently in the Home Run Derby. And here's my thought, Fred Dreyer. You know, if you get to the Home Run Derby, you're allowed to pick whoever you want to pitch to you. So you know what? If I got in the Home Run Derby, you know who I'd select?
Me.
Clayton Kershaw. If I'm going to... Don't drop your coffee when I said that.
Almost dropped it.
If I'm going to go ahead and bat, I want to go up against the very best, and let's see if Clayton can get me out, and I'll still power out some home runs. What do you think?
That's your choice. I mean,
who would you have pitched to you?
Who would I have pitched to me?
Yeah.
I'd get a midget.
Tommy Lasorda?
Yeah. I saw Tommy and a couple of other
old
timers. He used to throw batting practice. And, you know, he threw out the first pitch here not too long ago, and it barely got to his shoe tops.
So either Clayton Kershaw then or Tommy Lasorda.
Or Tommy Lasorda.
Put a fence up in front of him because I love Tommy. I don't want to hurt him with my powerful swing. But, you know, they're saying that the baseballs are flying out of the ballpark because the bat, they're thinking, is a little bit juiced now as we get back into the second half of the season.
Well,
that's Rob Manfred in charge of Major League Baseball thinks that.
There's a good argument for
Commissioner.
that. There's a good conversation to be open.
Do you think that's true?
I do think it's basically, you know, I think it's the balls. Basically, are the bats, you know, different? But bats today now are more engineered for the hitter. Plus, they break more often, so they're replaced more often. So, you know, they're hitting a lot of home runs. I also think the strike zone has a lot to do with it. They've shrunk the strike zone. They're making these pitchers pitch almost right down the middle of the plate.
And, you know, here's something they don't talk about a lot, but it's the catcher. I was listening to a sports show the other day, and they mentioned back in the day when the Braves would get, you know, good calls and balls and strikes, Javi Lopez, their catcher, would frame the plate in a certain way that when you played them, the Braves got the benefit of some balls that were maybe off the plate a little bit because of the way the catcher catches it. If you have a good catcher, he can turn some games around on you.
Yeah, they call it framing, and you know, they put a lot of emphasis on that, and it's certainly, you know, I think the right thing to do to try to squeeze out anything you can get, because there's a lot. I watched a lot of Dodger baseball here this last year, and because you know, they've been very, very good, but I've watched how catchers, Grandal and you know, Austin Barnes, how they've framed pitching, and
it helps.
And it not only does it help, but it's an art form, it's a skill. And the umpires, it's really interesting. The umpire looks at where the catcher sets up. Remember, the batters focus on the pitcher. The pitcher is now aiming at the catcher's mitt wherever he sets up. So the umpire is saying to himself, I would think, they want to work the inside part of the plate. So let's see how good this pitcher is at telling me I should give him close calls.
Yeah.
Why would I give this pitcher the benefit of the doubt on a strike versus a ball if the pitcher, is not consistent in hitting the target of where the catcher is setting up?
So if he hits it, you're going to give him the benefit.
Now, this is what Oral Hershiser was saying. He said, he says that pitcher, we haven't gone deep enough into the game, but he's not bringing a pedigree with him to tell the umpire, I'm pretty damn good, so I'm going to be hitting the corners. So the umpire is kind of charged going into the game to realizing this catcher's going to set up, and he's going to tell me by where he sets up and how this guy hits his spots if I should be giving him the benefit of the doubt on those calls.
Can be good, I'm telling you. Or you could do what Nelson Cruz did at the All-Star game. He right in the middle when he went up to bat, he asked Yadier Molina to snap a photo of him with umpire Joe West.
Well, that's just where that's where the sport has gotten to
in the All-Star game, right?
Yeah, that's the All-Star game.
That's it.
And by the way, I don't care if I ever see another group of 50,000 people go, "Ooh, wow! Look at that ball! That must have gone 590 feet." When a guy is throwing, 60-mile-an-hour balls, lobbing them over the plate to these guys.
Big viewing audience.
No, of course it is.
8.69 million viewers on ESPN.
Of course it is.
Come on, they were
it's
watching
so
this thing.
freaking boring,
The Derby got
and that's
a 10.8
all I've been hearing.
rating.
It's boring.
Aaron Judge, the new
Enough
face of
already.
baseball.
Yeah, because he's hitting. Let me throw some pitches to me, and let me give me a couple of opportunities to hit some home runs.
Well, he had 4 drives of over 500 feet, and he also hit the Marlins park roof about 160 feet above the field.
That qualifies the sport as being officially back.
Rob Manfred said the home run derby is different for players in the day-to-day of the season. You think?
Who said that?
That's why the commissioner of baseball. That's why he's a commissioner.
Well, that's why he is a commissioner. Those are great comments.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. War for the Planet of the Apes opens in theaters July 14th. Andy Serkis again brings the great ape Caesar to life, an evolution he has enjoyed.
One of the great journeys for me across the 3 films actually has been Caesar's linguistic articulation and also his ability to think in terms of processing emotional intelligence, but also his intellect and how that's changed over the 3 movies.
For reviews, interviews, and more, go to mungleshow.com or follow me on Twitter @TheMungle.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for 2. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you need to know there is money available to you that can lower your Medicare prescription costs. How much can you save? Find out now by making a free call to Health Markets. They'll search from a variety of nationally recognized plans to find you the right coverage at a price that fits your budget. And they'll do all this valuable research for you at no charge to you. And remember, you may be able to save money on your prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge. Call Health Markets right now.
800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. That's 800-990-0351.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., licensed in all 50 states and D.C. Service and product availability varies by state. Agents may be compensated based on your enrollment.
Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California, with the finest art gallery, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
This is Bill's yard, and Bill's a grill master, not a grass expert. Still, no weeds belong in this backyard barbecue kingdom. And with Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed, Bill's greasy thumb is just as good as a green thumb. Because Scott's thickens lawns to help crowd out over 50 pesky weeds. So Bill can defeat invaders, green up his lawn, and hold his spatula high. This is a Scott's yard. Pick up Scott's Weed and Feed today.
Sports Lounge. Hi to Gabrielle Inaguccioni. She says, "Hi, Mr. Dreyer. I'm from Italy, and I'm a huge fan of Hunter. I'm missing it. I'm watching you on YouTube. Don't forget, we broadcast this show live Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Figure your time zone from there. But it's at our website, crntalk.com, for the video at Tiki Live. And you can get us on your Roku box. If you have it hooked up to your TV, get the Roku box and check it out. Okay, so the Joe Buck of Major League Baseball commissioners, Rob Manfred. Welcome back to the show. I'm Michael Horn with Fred Dreyer. He says this, Fred. He says, the home run derby is different for players than the day-to-day of the season. He says, our game's a team sport, right? That creates inherent limitations in terms of how big a star any individual player is going to become. It actually creates reluctance among players sometimes to market themselves. The great thing about home run derby, when you think about it, it's the one thing that we do on a national scale where you can go out there. It's about you as an individual player, and he certainly stepped up last night. Talking about Aaron Judge.
Well, why are you speaking this way?
That's the way a commissioner talks.
Is that how he speaks?
Yeah, because it's a different thing. The home run derby.
Oh, I see. Okay, good. I wanted to know so I can.
All right, so
I just didn't know if you were all right over there.
I'm okay.
I have to run. I have to do everything. I have to run over there. Maybe give you some coffee.
By the way, our producer, Tyler Roop, is tweeting at CRN Digital Talk, so check it out and during the show here today. Now, so we didn't finish up on this. This Rob Manfred is thinking that the bats are to blame for the spike in home runs. You think that's the case?
Well, it's probably all true.
You think it's the ball?
I think it's the ball. I think it's the bats. I think it's the strike zone shrinking. I think it's the overemphasis on runs scored. I just think all of it's true. I also do think that there's less concern about players striking out. They think it's okay. So you just strike out 5 times as long as they hit a 3-run home run in the 8th inning.
There you go, that's right.
So, so all of that's true, and it's all a part of the ever evolving sports conundrum.
Well, bats, they say, come from multiple manufacturers, so they're customized sometimes. And I think it was Jay Turner, Justin Turner, who uses somebody else's bat sometime. He grabbed a Chase Utley's bat, now he's got a Corey Seager bat or something, and he uses that. So that goes to show that guy's got just raw power if he can use somebody else's bat.
And I also think it's also a little redundant when a guy says, "I've got to go to Indiana to the
baseball manufacturer,
the Mizuno bat company, and really handcraft my bat. So everything about the handle is just right, the length, the weight, the size of the barrel, and all of this stuff. Where's most of the weight in the barrel, or am I going to put most of it? So all of this stuff, this explosion of minutia that players have with their bats." The truth of the matter is the strike zone is different. The ball might be a little wound, a little tight, a little loose, who knows? But they're pitching the thing right down the middle of the plate, and guys are sitting on certain pitches. That's what they're doing. They're sitting on it. They don't care if they strike out. If I have to strike out 3 times this game,
as long as I hit a home run,
and I hit a 3-run home run, I'm taking that deal.
Now, do you think it all starts though at the Mizuno Bat Company? Is there a Mizuno Bat Company?
Well, there is one.
Yeah, Mr. Mizuno is in charge.
He's a small Japanese man.
Yes, Danielson.
So you,
Mr. Mizuno.
So you want to hit homer?
Yes, Danielson.
So the upshot of all of this is all of it matters, and yet none of it does. So next year it might be. But the point is that they have this other thing that's driving me crazy. It comes in with a cybermetrics thing. Is that the exit speed? It's not just hitting a 3-run home run. Did you know that his exit speed was at a 33-degree arc, and it left the yard at 135 miles an hour? Holy smoke! Who cares about that?
Joe Buck.
You know who cares about that?
Joe Buck tells
you know,
you that.
it's the Dodgers. It's all these new wave general managers that say this is how we're going to now start drafting players who have a great exit velocity on their home runs.
So you think Aaron Judge thinks about that? Is Aaron Judge the new face of baseball, do you think? Now?
Well, that's what they said. What do you think?
It's just the first year. Let's see what happens 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, is Lonzo Ball the new face of the Lakers after three preseason games?
That's right.
What do they call it? It's a summer league. And now everybody's talking about this kid being a bust. Did you hear that word?
No, is that what they're saying?
I heard that word today.
They're saying the kid's a bust?
The conversation is swirling because he hasn't met expectations of those people handicapping the draft.
Oh, my.
You know those people?
So he's already getting beat by
I'm a
the
draft
handicappers.
handicapper.
Yeah.
I'm an expert. And I'll tell you just by looking at the way Alonzo Ball is tough getting his shot off. And I think it's a big mistake. Now, the Lakers should have drafted this other guy. And so you have those conversations, and it's idiotic.
All right, so let's talk a little football if we can. First off, USC. We want to get into Kaepernick here in a second, but the New York Jets that you said last week you were talking about them tearing down their roster because they wanted to get the number 1 draft pick in USC's Sam Darnold, but it looks like that's not going to happen. Is that the case?
No, but it's just that he responded. The headline here is USC's quarterback Sam Darnold sending a message to the Jets saying, hey, I wouldn't, if I were you, it's flattering, for you to think that you'd like to draft me, but be careful what you tank.
He says he's flattered, but he seems a bit uncomfortable with the idea of an NFL team basing their rebuilding plan on the hope of drafting him for 2018. He says, I don't think any team should tank their season because of me. And he's a third year. He's still going to be playing some more, right? On USC for a while.
He might just say, "Hey, look, I'm having a good time here. I'm only a sophomore. Can I please, enjoy my life instead of having to promise you that I'll come out and be available for the draft?"
The Jets are just they're dumping everything on their team right now. They even got rid of their mascot, I think. They've traded him off. They're just trying to loosen things up to make way for Sam Darnold to come in.
Well, they also had those 4 guys who were dressed up like a fireman in the end zone. They're gone too now.
By the way, everybody has a team. Somebody represents them at the All-Star game. Was Mr. Met, the team mascot, was he the sole representative for the Mets last night? At the All-Star game?
Yeah, that guy was. Yeah.
I thought so. And the Philly Fanatic, I think, was the representative for the Phillies. I believe they...
That guy's a drunk, yeah.
He hit a triple.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. Every day people ask me, Jay, did I miss out? Have the rates gone up? The answer is no. Rates are still low, and it's a perfect time to refinance your home, especially if your mortgage rate is higher than 4.25%. If you'd like to lower your interest rate and save thousands of dollars in interest without starting over on a new 30-year loan, a Quicken Loans Yorgage is what you're looking for. With our exclusive Yorgage, you can choose a term that works best for you, anywhere from 8 to 30 years. The rate today on an 8-year Yorgage is 3.25%, APR 3.75%. For 7 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation for customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the 3rd year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
You're in the lounge, the sports lounge. I'm Michael Horn. The star of our show is the Sultan. 2 safeties in 1 game. The acting legend, the one and only Fred Dryer.
Thanks so very much. You know, when the Tampa Bay Rays and the Miami, or then the Florida Marlins, came into existence, I was very convinced at the time that it would be a disaster to have these 2 teams in Florida. I didn't think that they'd be supported, and I also thought that that Florida should be kept for preseason, for spring training.
You liked Florida for spring? You're a traditional guy.
Spring training for Major League Baseball
That's kind of interesting.
In Florida.
I like that idea.
Is tranquil, and that's what it should be. They do not support across the board, and have not.
Well, they did in '97. The place was packed.
But there was only 2 games left, and it was between the Yankees and Miami. Yeah. Okay. Fine. But they've been a disaster in terms of fan support. Those 2 teams, and my deal is that move the teams. Get them out of there.
You want to move the teams?
Move them or collapse them. I think there's too many teams in all sports, and it's just what they said. It's the same conversation where they say we're going to work this year. The executive committee is going to work, and we're going to find out how we can shorten these games. I've got an idea. Here's how you can shorten the games.
Idea?
Here it is.
Fred Dryer's idea.
Here's how you do it.
How do you
tell the advertisers, we're going to cut down commercials. That's what we're going to do.
There you go.
That's it. The game will not be 3 hours and 48 minutes, average game, whatever it is. It'll be back down to 2 hours and 8 minutes.
Because of no commercial. I agree with you.
Because of less commercials.
But Derek Jeter's trying to buy the Miami Marlins, and now he's thinks he's trying to add Michael Jordan to the group to bid and buy the Marlins.
Well, they're looking for every boost they can get.
Jeb Bush was in that group for a while.
Yeah, right. Let the Bushes involved in it. They'll ruin that team.
Low energy dropped out.
Yeah, low energy. He dropped out? He did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Jeb is out of the picture now for it.
Well, he was busy,
Well, he had, I guess maybe he's still there. Former Governor Jeb Bush and Romney, Tag Romney is in there.
Oh, yeah. They got a better job working for the cartels down in Nicaragua.
I'll take it easy now. The Romneys are a nice family, but I don't like names like Tag and Tom and Tug and all that kind of stuff, but it's Tag.
Rip, and there's a couple of
Rip Rapolsky, one of the all-time great Phillies
and
Dodgers.
He was a great Dodger.
Rip Rapolsky. Now, there's a good name. What's your name, sir? Rip.
So my feeling is that you got to collapse Miami, and you got to collapse the Florida Marlins.
You would do that.
Get rid of them. Okay. Just get rid of them.
But
please,
put them somewhere else. They want to
expand this back.
They want to expand maybe in Montreal, another team, and in Mexico City. So why don't we move the Marlins to Mexico?
They could
only a style of baseball team.
They caused so much problems putting a team in Montreal who never supported their team. Now you're going to move another team back into that place that doesn't support a team, and then they really won't support the team.
Do you think they've sewn up the AstroTurf? Listen, it's a true story. I always thought it was a beautiful-looking stadium on TV. I went there once when I was up in that area to a game, and there was nobody there. I had a ticket, and I sat right behind home plate. I think the Dodgers were playing. Hershiser was on the mound. I could have shouted, "Hey, Oral!" And he would have said, "Yeah, hi, Mike," right there behind. And the AstroTurf was in such sad shape. There were tears and rips. It looked like, the old carpeting at my grandma's house.
It looked like a city-operated business.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Twice they've done it, and now they're going to put another team in Montreal.
Of course, you got to put a team in Montreal because they got a stadium. They've got a stadium. The stadium is sitting around here. What are we doing with the stadium? Let's go take a Major League Baseball team that's losing money by the pound and move it back up here so it can fail up here.
Here's what I think they should do. Put a team in Cuba. Because I think there's a lot of baseball people there.
What a mistake.
Go in there, and they call it the Fidels, and if they're kind of an in group, you can call them the Infidels,
Call them the Maduros.
the Maduros. The logo could be a cigar.
That's what it
That'd
is.
be great. That would be good.
The
You go out
rollers.
there,
No.
watch a game, and everybody's puffing in the stands because
No,
they can
the
smoke
pitcher
cigars
is
there.
pitching. He's smoking. Got an ashtray out there on the mound.
Get a 1953 Chevy taxi to take you to and from the airport to the
They put a
game.
nice beanbag ashtray out there.
Yeah, you get a complimentary ashtray.
yeah.
Could be ashtray night.
It could be.
So Cuba would be a better one there, but they're saying Mexico or Montreal. Let's see there. Okay,
Well-
what else? We got O.J. Simpson in the news here, too. What do you think there?
I just hope he gets out in time to be a part of the Summer Olympics festivities.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, come on. He'd
You
love it.
want him
Let's
there?
do something for OJ.
What would we do for him?
Well, let's tell him as he goes up for parole on July 19th. That's what he's going.
Big hearing coming up.
And just say, OJ, we're going to do you a favor. There's a good chance we're going to get the Olympics in 2020.
Yeah.
And you're going to be out of jail in order to be the Grand Marshal. We're going to let you run
In
up.
the Olympics.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little memory reliving. We're going to let you run up the peristyle into the Coliseum with a bloody knife in your hand.
No.
And just a second.
No, don't.
Follow this through
Okay, go ahead.
because this is really commercial.
Hold your ears, children.
This is really commercial.
Yes.
I'm sure the Buck Knife Company will take huge ads. That's what you do,
And he will cut the flame from the torch.
that's what he'll do.
Yeah.
He'll lop off the head of a dummy, and the thing will explode and set on fire, and people will roar and laugh, and people will forget all about this nonsense of killing two people in Brentwood 30 years ago.
He's serving a 9 to 33 year sentence for that incident in Las Vegas. So he's
Come
got a
on, he's
parole
done
hearing
his time.
coming up July 19th.
Let him out.
That guy that was talking to us from Vegas, he's going to get out. We'll see.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Kaanapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kbhmaui.com. That's kbhmaui.com. Aloha.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Hey there! Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you could make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? It's true. According to the 2012 U.S. Census Bureau, college grads with a bachelor's degree make almost twice as much as high school grads. Now, going back to school is easier than ever at Independence University. Log on and complete coursework from the park, or the beach, or even your couch watching the kids. And Independence University gives you the tools, a free tablet and laptop for undergrad students to use and keep when they graduate. That's right, get a laptop so you can go to college from anywhere. Take the first step to a new career in business, information technology, healthcare, or graphic arts. Call to find the online degree program that's right for you, and you could be on your way to increasing your earning potential.
800-989-1361. 800-989-1361. That's 800-989-1361.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's to see the memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. See the art of the masters, an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, fairy lights from cathedral ceilings, and our ancestors smiling down at you from the family love altar. The romance of Romeo and Juliet, and find the mystical Room of the Moon. And don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, make our own sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. From pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, just $18.95, and Angelo's and Vinci's has been named 2 years in a row Best Italian Restaurant in Orange County. County. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurant at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. We're back in the Sports Lounge. I'm Michael Horn with the one and only Fred Dreyer, and apparently Mayor Garcetti called in and likes your idea with O.J. Simpson for the Olympics.
Well, here's what Garcetti should also know. Should take notes when he's listening to the show. I know he does. I know for a fact.
A little more, do you?
As O.J. runs up with the knife, right behind him.
Yes.
After he assaults the dummy and lops the head off of the dummy.
Yes.
Mark Furman will be available to run up right behind him and pick up the glove and then wave it and then start chasing OJ.
And the crowd will go nuts.
Of course they'll go crazy.
It's a whole different Olympic opening.
Well, you know something, it makes sense. And I think it resonates with a lot of sports fans. And it's a perfect way to inaugurate, the Olympics here in Los Angeles.
Now, we had the All-Star, the Home Run Derby, and so now our producer, Tyler, who, by the way, I was at Tyler's house the other day, and he has a personal chef there, Chef Jim, made some Skyline chili, which is basically 2 pasta, chili, and then you can put the oyster crackers and you can put some sprinkled cheese on top of that, and then he made a side dish of a nice Coney Island hot dog with chili on it.
What are you talking about?
Chef Jim did that. I saw it during the game. That's what I ate. It was a baseball.
Did you eat that?
Yeah. I enjoyed it later on that evening as well.
Oh,
okay,
man.
so there's some events that we've come up with now that could be the equivalent to the Home Run Derby in the NFL. What do you think?
Okay, let's hear them.
40-yard dash contest.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
For football?
Yeah, for football, like a Home Run Derby kind of thing. I mean, they're fast, so you got world-class athletes, and so you could try to determine the NFL's fastest player.
I would. Here's what I would do.
What would you do?
Here's how I'd change it. Make it exciting for the viewer.
Okay, I like it. Let's hear it.
You have 2 mock-up prison cells.
Where's your mind today? Yes, I am.
And then when the gun goes off, 2 guys, one from each prison cell, wearing striped outfits.
Yes.
Sprint to a designated area 40 yards down, and if they can get there before the cop who's also chasing him.
Hunter.
Yes. I'm available. He gets to go free.
Yeah.
And then you time him.
So that would be a competition.
Well, he's invested.
Okay, what about the longest completion contest? Like their Home Run Derby has the power. They want to judge this. This could be arm strength without accuracy. Just see how far you can just throw this thing and complete the pass. What do you think of that?
I like that. Here's my adjustment.
Okay.
I'm
ready.
I'm always available for opinions of things like this. It should be a human being power toss. It should be.
So you want somebody to throw a human being?
Yes. Who can throw
a power
who
toss?
can throw a human being the furthest? And that will give you an idea of how strong these guys are.
What about the feat of strength where maybe there's a lot of athleticism in football. There's a triathlon style of competition. Maybe you could do the NFL strongest linemen and linebackers. This could be up your alley to compete in a bench press, a tire toss,
well, there it is,
and
right there.
deadlifts. What do you think?
I'm going for the automobile push.
The automobile push?
Yep, and I'm going for
what?
I'm going for the tire toss.
The tire toss.
And
got another one? Make it one more here?
Yeah, and I'm going for the dent pounding out.
The dent pounding out competition?
Yeah. So after you push the car, and after you take the tires off of it, then what you have to do is you got to pound out a dent.
Okay.
Pick a dent and pound it out. That's what you got to do.
In a certain period of time?
Of course, it's all time.
So it's a triathlon kind of
You're
thing.
not giving money away for nothing,
The car push, the tire toss.
Yes.
And then the dent pound out.
The dent pound out.
These
Those are
brilliant.
3 great things.
And I'm telling you, a Pro Bowl would be great if they just add that right before the whole thing.
Before it.
So you got to follow Fred on Twitter, Fred_Dreyer, Facebook.com/The Real Fred Dreyer, and email him, FredDreyer@CRNTalk.com.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio shows sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available